Conversations in Public Relations. Each year, Washington Women in Public Relations celebrates the achievement of the Washington PR Woman of the Year. These women are inspirations to public relations professionals. Today, let's meet one of those amazing women. Carolyn Tieger is a partner and managing director with the public relations firm Porter Novelli. Carolyn is considered one of the top public affairs strategists in the country, especially on tough legislative issues, as well as corporate and industry crisis, litigation, and reputation management. At Porter Novelli, Carolyn is responsible for overall business development and management of the Washington, D.C. office, as well as public affairs operations in Sacramento, Irvine, and San Diego, California. Carolyn was honored as the Washington PR Woman of the Year in 2005. Tell me a little bit about yourself. How long have you been with Porter Novelli?
I've been at Porter Novelli for, it'll be 10 years this year. I'm managing director of the Washington, D.C. office, and I'm a partner in the firm. Been in Washington for, oh gosh, I can't believe, 40 years.
Wow.
I usually say less than 25 on my resume, but the truth be, many decades. And I came from a little town in Georgia called Homer, which had about 500 people and hadn't grown at all. And I made my way to Washington and have worked in just about every area in D.C., from politics to the White House to two huge international firms, Burson Marsteller and Porter Novelli, and then I own my own company. So,
wow, that's quite an accomplishment.
Thank you.
Carolyn, what do you like most about your work?
I like the diversity of public relations and the issues that you cover. It's sort of like PR is like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're going to get from one day to the next. You come in one day and you're working on a product recall crisis, and the next day you're up on Capitol Hill and you're doing communications around asbestos litigation. So to me, being able to work on different issues and help clients strategically get through them, that's what really turns me on every day when I come into the office.
Carolyn, I wonder what you think about this. Do you feel women face any particular challenges in the PR profession, or that they offer particular strengths?
In terms of challenges, I think that even though there are more women in the business than there are men, I think that at the highest senior level, in terms of people who are running the company and making, those day-to-day leadership decisions, there are still more men in the business than there are women. Porter Novelli, I was so happy when Helen Ostrowski became the first woman to actually run one of the top 10 firms, and the first woman to run a publicly traded company. So that was just a really major achievement. But I still think we have a long way to go. There's still a little bit of a glass ceiling, not as much in certainly other professions, but it's still there. And I think it's getting better, but we still have some work to do. As far as women and their special qualities, I think that the ability to multitask is something that comes to mind immediately, because women have to do that at home and run their homes and take care of their kids and continue to get everything done. And I think that the ability to multitask, I see women, I'm not saying that women do it better than men, but we certainly are very skilled at it. So I think that that's something that is a real plus.
Can you describe for us that day when you were honored as Washington PR Woman of the Year? How did you feel?
I was so honored and so humbled, especially to be in the company of the other two women who were candidates. It was just an amazing day for me, and I was so touched. I had about 60 of the people who I work with and my friends and family, and of course my husband was there, and everyone was cheering me on. And so when they called my name, I mean, my legs were wobbly as I walked to the podium, because it was just a wonderful experience, and I was very touched, and it was such a great honor.
Carolyn, you are an inspiration to others. Tell us, Who inspired you in your career, and how did this influence you?
Well, you'd think that probably it would have been some women along the way, but most of the people who have really inspired me have been men in my life, from my dad to my husband, who's just been wonderful and helped me in so many ways and encouraged me from the time we were married till most recently, as I said, he was at the announcement of my award. But one gentleman in particular who comes to mind is a man by the name of Marvin Pitkin, who was, in my early days, a mentor to me. He was up at very, very high levels, but he always encouraged women. His wife, who didn't even have a college degree, he put her through school and she went on to get a law degree, and it's just an incredible woman. But Marvin, I love him dearly. I still stay in touch with him. I call him every Sunday to see how he's doing. He's well up into his 80s, but he taught me so much about the business, and I will never forget how he's helped me with my career. He's a great mentor and a wonderful inspiration to me.
Carolyn, thank you for coming today.
Oh, thank you, Mary. I'm so glad to have been on the show. It's terrific.